Oh,
Yeah,
that's
right.
bottom line is right because that's honestly true. Everything, even if society knows, nothing
Yeah, it's
happens.
not going to affect my day to day, like as far as like
Nothing
what I
happens, and
do
they're
every
getting
single
it's
day.
going more and more to the point where more things are coming out, and what is anybody going to do about it?
Right?
Yep.
What are you going to do if you try to do something as an individual? Oh, that's not going to be good for you.
Yeah, no,
You know
definitely.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
Or
sure.
even at the
Like,
same time to get caught up in these rabbit holes, like what are we gonna do? Because we still got to go to work tomorrow. We still got to make money. We still got to put food on the
yeah.
table. We still got to live. So why get so emotionally caught up
I,
in it? We
oh,
all know it's out there, whether or not it be true, if there's like disclosure on it. But
I watch them. I watch these videos, and I'm like, oh,
what's it gonna do to
interesting.
change your life to improve your situation? Like nothing really.
And in
Right.
my mind, I think 95% of it's true. Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Paradise Pump. And we have our usual host today, and we have John back on again.
What's
He
going
wasn't going to be
on? What's
on.
going
He
on?
he wasn't going to be on. He had stuff to do, but started talking about men's physique, and he got all hyped up, and
Got
so
all
he
excited.
decided, you know what, I want to stay. I got stuff to
Hey,
say. I said, well, that's perfect. So we were talking about the Sasquatch Pro that was today up in Washington State. And our very own Chad Owens, he took second place in the Masters. So
Yep. Shout out
congratulations,
to Chad,
fantastic!
Chad.
man.
Shout out, thanks,
Congratulations, Chad.
Chad.
Looked great.
Diced.
Came behind
Andre Ferguson.
Andre Ferguson. Yes, so that was tough competition right
Especially
there.
knowing Andre Ferguson is like top tier and been through the
Yeah, oh yeah,
years,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Chad stacked up next to him. That's freaking
for
awesome.
sure.
Chad, I mean, Chad's right there.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
Out
So
of everybody that's local that's done men's physique in the pro division, I don't think anybody stood next to somebody that's that big of a name. Maybe O back in the day, but
Andre was
Andre
like,
is
yeah,
probably like, and Chad standing next to him. I don't think any
mhm,
other men's physique dude from here has gotten to stand next to somebody like that and be
that
judged against.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and been that close with them. You know what I mean? Like first and second. So that was
oh
kind of
yeah.
cool. But when you look at those pictures too, the one thing that kind of tripped me out was how wide Andre Ferguson's waist got. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Yep.
It was super wide. It wasn't even aesthetic looking. It was
Well,
just like,
yeah, because I mean, when you get older, like it
yeah,
does, your
why?
waist just gets
Yeah.
a little thicker.
You know.
I mean, and for most
Yeah,
people, it
yeah,
does.
for sure.
Just it's just a normal thing, and you see it with a lot of bodybuilders as they get older. The waists tend to get a little bit
Yeah,
thicker. Um, that's why I think the masters division is good because
yeah.
everyone's waist may be a little bit thicker than the guy who's 25.
Oh, for
So
sure.
the lineup's a little, I guess, even. You want to say,
Yeah, definitely. You're
yeah,
going against people who are like in the same age category as
yes,
you, for sure.
age, and are dealing with the same type of things, right?
Yeah, life and all that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, for sure.
So
Definitely.
makes sense. That's why I think the Masters is good. I think it's good that they still have the Pro Masters division
Yeah,
because for a while there they didn't have Pro Masters.
yeah,
Like I remember they tried it for a bit and then it went away for a
Yeah, I
while.
remember, and the big thing at that time, people were like, nobody wants to come and see these old people compete, and you're like, why? They're
Right.
very, very fucking competitive still.
yeah,
They
for
Right.
still
sure.
look awesome.
Yeah,
They should have a masters division in pro bodybuilding, So yeah, I'm glad it made a great comeback.
yeah,
Yeah, and you think like 10 years ago they were saying that, right? Right. So
Yeah,
now all these guys who were in the mix 10 years ago, they're all masters now,
yeah,
most of them.
for sure.
So, and they're still good, right?
yeah,
Yeah, no,
They're
yeah.
still
definitely.
good and you still want to watch them. And I think it's good. I just think it's a good idea because it's longevity in the sport, right? Because I
Yeah,
mean, you can compete in your 40s, even 50s.
yeah. As long as you're staying healthy, you're coming off the drugs in the off season. You're kind of like
Doing
taking
your
some,
blood work,
doing your blood work, taking your vitamins.
Mhm.
All that good stuff.
not spending $4,000.
On cycle, on cycles,
Yeah, right.
John,
For real,
and
right?
then being bitter about it. No.
Right. And then having unbalanced hormones and feeling depressed and sad. Like no, but yeah, like I feel like the Masters division is good. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like I don't want to say frowned. I always looked at the Masters division as like, oh, it's not the Open. But after this past show with Chad in it and like Andre Ferguson, I think like people like Andre Ferguson stepping up to the Masters division, like that was probably it took him like it was probably not an ego crush, but he had to humble himself a little bit and realize like, hey, bro, I'm not in the top three of this men's physique shit no more. And when people like names like that, like it would be kind of similar to like say Dexter Jackson doing the
The
Masters division
Masters,
in
yeah,
bodybuilding. Like
yeah,
that's the equivalent I feel of Andre
right,
Ferguson. He has that kind of clout as far as the men's physique division goes, and I feel like it's making the men's physique division that's at the Masters level like more appealing. I feel to watch. Yeah,
for
because
sure,
he has a huge
yeah.
fan base. So
Yeah, I think it's a great. I think it's good. I think it's good that they have the Masters and
I mean,
they
even
all look good.
like how he still wants to compete, and he still kind of got it for his age, and he's all right,
Yeah.
And
a
he won the
master.
Masters Olympia,
Yes, he did very well.
right?
Yeah. Who do you think's more aesthetic, him or Iris, though?
Let's not go. I
Plead the
know. I
fifth.
know who
Plead the
she's
fifth.
gonna say. I know who
Yeah.
she's gonna pick.
Right.
But so you guys saw. I mean, well, you definitely saw the show. The overall winner was Jeremy,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
And I guess he's got the shaved head thing. I thought that was interesting for men's physique. I don't know. But what is your thoughts on that? On him winning the show?
As far as we talking about it being an aesthetic division, the good looks got to be kind of that calendar looking beach body. You made a good point about Jeremy Buendia being bald. Like that threw me off a little bit. I'm like, oh, I thought this was the pretty boy division.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It kind of looks kind of do matter, but hey, if you're starting to molt on the top of your head, then that's what you got to do, right? Or go get some implants or something done.
Got to go to
Um,
Turkey.
like how a lot of them did, go to Turkey. So that kind of was like, as far as him deserving, when I was watching his routine, I'm not gonna lie, like how John was talking about, that was a little disappointing knowing that he was a four-time Olympian and he was like on the top of his game. And I figure, his posing would have been on par, but man, it looked like he was stutter stepping and like unsure of himself, or even if he was winging it, that winging it looked terrible. And I don't know if I was very disappointed knowing that was Jeremy Buendia
Yeah.
posing like that.
Yeah. For sure.
His body, I think in his older age, talking about the whole masters thing, I don't know how old he is, but then I'm
He's
glad that
gotta be. He's gotta be
yeah,
late 30s or maybe
there's
40. Yeah.
there's a division and he would dominate if
Yeah.
he was applicable for the masters. But in this show, he did look better in this show than his last showing of his men's physique, but it still looked like he could have came in a little bit more tighter and fuller because
Mm.
we
Yeah.
seen Jeremy Buendia when he was top of his game. Granted, some time had passed, but I'm like, shit, maybe am I living in the past too much? Or like, I don't know,
Yeah.
not being gracious to him because he was a
Maybe.
four-time
I
Olympian.
mean, but I think it's kind of normal, right? You're gonna usually compare him to what his best
Yeah. 'Cause
was
you've seen him
ever.
at that. Yeah.
I think
For
that's
sure.
pretty normal.
Yeah,
So,
no, definitely. And I feel like he tried to do, was it last year's Olympia, I believe, or the year one or the one prior, and he just came out of nowhere, tried to do the Olympia, made this big
And
thing
he
about how he's
bombed
going to
it.
win.
I
Yeah,
remember
and
that.
he was so watery that he looked better this time around than that time, but still this time I feel like yeah, he wasn't like he looked kind of a little bit flat for like how full he normally is, and he looked like definitely yeah, watery. So I feel like his tan could have been better.
Mm.
Like Mel said, his bald head kind of threw me off. But at the same time, like, yeah, like if you're balding, you know what I mean? Like you got to do what you got to do. Maybe that's like, remember
Yeah.
we were talking about the Jeff thing, his hair thing or something,
Oh yeah.
maybe if he just went bald, who knows, but
Yeah. But not everybody looks good bald.
true.
Just
I don't,
saying.
I would definitely
Like
don't.
some people do, some people don't.
Yeah. But yeah, his
And
posing was just terrible though. Like I feel like, when they say just kind of like men's physique, hit your front, back front, and I know the pros get a minute and who am I'm just John with an opinion, you know what I'm saying, but like I feel like sometimes when you pose for so long you're just exposing all these weaknesses to them. Like you should really just get to your strongest poses and get the hell off the stage, you know what I mean? Like when you're over there like bullshitting around, and it looked like, yeah, like Mel said, he was kind of just trying to wing it and freestyle it, and he was doing all these
Stutter
weird
stepping,
things, and
fucking, I don't
yeah, and then
know.
like it was just too much, man, you know what I mean? And I feel like he tried to
mm,
like overperform, like he should have just kept it to 20 seconds, got off stage, kept it clean, that's it,
mm,
But even that guy who came in second, Ben Quill Pierre, if you watch his posing routine, his posing was more a traditional men's physique style. Jeremy
okay.
did this outlandish kind of weird
Mm-hmm.
stuff,
Okay.
but he kind of like almost fell over right when he came out. He did this like little side pose, and he kind of like almost like looked like he
Oh
almost like,
really?
yeah, like
Oh
he
well.
stumbled, And then he wasn't really locking into his poses. Like I feel like that's the biggest thing with men's physique. Like even in your
Your
routine,
selling point,
you
yeah.
have to like it's like breakdancing, you know what I mean? You move, 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 freeze, move, 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 freeze. And if there's no freeze, there's no pose, you know what I mean? It's not a pose. It's like you're still moving, a pose
Even
is
bodybuilding is like that too,
yeah,
Mm.
like front double bicep, you
freeze.
freeze,
Yeah.
flow into
You
your
lock it
next
in,
thing,
right?
and your
Freeze.
next
Yeah, you
thing,
know what I mean?
right?
And people don't think of it like that. It's kind of like breakdancing. Yeah, you got to flow and then freeze, and he was just flowing. and like it just kind of like seemed like he wasn't really freezing his freezes, you know.
I
So
see.
yeah, but I mean they won first and second, so yeah. I
Yeah,
mean they
both of
must.
them were posing like that too, right? Not really like holding a pose. They
Yeah.
weren't. It was so weird.
Yeah, and you feel like they're pros, you know. So I feel like sometimes these guys like Jeremy, he probably just did all. This is what happens when you do all the training, you do all the weightlifting, you do the dieting, you take all the steroids, and then you don't practice your posing, and then you go in and blow it like Jeremy Buendia. He still won because he's Jeremy Buendia, but he didn't look good up there posing like that.
He
Yeah,
also got the little butterfly arms, which is just a fucking pet peeve of mine. When you
Oh,
hit the
yeah.
pose, you just keep doing
Oh,
this.
the
Like,
wing.
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking
yeah,
stop.
for sure. That's
Like,
The
like
get
wind up.
I'm watching it right now.
fairy
And they
flying.
did the back pose. They did like a
No.
little elbow fight thing
I
over
know,
there too.
right?
Yeah.
That's infamous for
Yeah,
the local shows.
yeah,
The men's physique.
Wind up.
Oh man, they're all standing there,
yeah. They're like
and you got like three dudes doing this.
Like,
elbowing
you
each
trying to
other.
fly
Like, and I
somewhere,
was
dude?
like, what is that?
Yeah, right.
It's so popular here. I've seen it in so
Yes,
many
I,
shows.
I'm not gonna
usually
lie. I've actually been
nerves.
in those
It's
situations.
It's
nerves, right?
nerves. They don't know
Yeah.
because I've had guys
They're not even
that do
realizing
that,
it.
and yeah, they don't realize they're doing it.
Yeah, no, for
They
sure.
just keep floating their arms like
Call it like stirring
The
stirring the
pot.
pot. You know, that's what I feel like the
Stirring
technical
the
We
pot.
had a
technical
few
term.
individuals from
You
this
know,
gym who was stirring the pot. I'm not gonna say who he turned pro,
Okay.
but a little bit ago he would stir the pot. And the way he
Yeah.
would hold his bag and stir the pot before.
yeah,
Stir it
Oh,
up.
right.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I feel like there's
Mhm.
like I said, you know, men's physique posing. It's so simple, but it can be really easy to make this simple posing look stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you guys are overthinking it, overcomplicating it.
yeah, man, just hit your front, back, front, maybe a simple transition, you know, keep it to something that, you look good in. Don't freestyle something when you didn't have a second eye telling you don't do that or like, oh yeah, that one looks good. And I just feel like, yeah, that's
Hey
something that
man, you see a sticker there? Kiss.
kiss.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
kiss.
Yeah, no,
That's it.
definitely. Yeah.
I see what you mean by him putting all the extra stuff in there. Like I
Yeah.
just saw his.
You
I
just watch
got
it?
it pulled up right now. And
Yeah.
I agree
he
with
was
you.
doing a
of
lot of
people.
extra posing in between the transitions
Yeah.
and stuff, and it was just
And
like
they don't
I think it's unnecessary.
Yeah, and they don't judge you on that. They judge you on your front, back, and your front. They don't
Yeah.
judge you on your transition and your posing routine. So it's
Yeah,
like if
it was.
yeah.
Some people try too hard. Like you said. I mean, maybe it could be nerves, and it could just be they want they want to win so bad. They're trying so hard,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
instead of just
Yeah.
flowing with
Because
it.
like just standing there like isn't enough for them. They have to be like, yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
doing like look at
Mm.
me, look at me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
yeah.
for
There's
sure.
something
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah,
I
nerves
think so.
maybe too, like Jed
And
said.
then
I feel
nerves.
like, yeah, definitely.
Or aggression,
Yeah, or just not having a posing coach who
right?
tells you
I
not
mean,
to do that.
right?
Like,
Aggression.
like
Aggression.
yeah.
Because like
Well,
look at
Yes,
you
the
saw that
elbow
right
thing.
when they were doing the
yes,
back pose.
Yeah.
They had like a
Yeah.
little elbow fight there,
Yeah.
and
they
Jeremy was like,
do.
"Oh, sorry."
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, and you
Yeah,
remember that one I was telling you this? I don't know what episode it was a while back. And I was saying there was one guy at one of the shows, and he would be in the back, and he was warming up, and he was doing like MMA boxing stuff
Yeah.
shadow boxing and stuff.
before going on stage for bodybuilding.
Man.
And we're all sitting there looking at him, and he's just like shadow boxing, like full shadow boxing. And I'm like what show is this? Are we bodybuilding or are we doing MMA? Like,
I
what are
wonder
we?
if it creates blood flow and it gives them a good pump.
It
No,
does
no.
because
He was hyped, dude.
no. So like
He was
I was
hyped.
saying
Like he wanted to fight somebody.
when I was at nationals, there was a girl who was doing that. She was
Yeah.
full on like doing push-ups, like repping them out and backstage, and she was like shadow boxing, and she was doing the
Oh yeah, you
and
told me about
everything.
her.
She
Yeah.
was doing that too, and I'm like, okay, maybe she's just trying to keep warm and get the blood flowing, staying amped before we get on stage. But I think she was scaring everybody. That might have been
Mel-
part of her
Yeah.
tactic.
Mel was talking in the third person. That was her.
No, because I look at the face. And when he looks like he wants to fight somebody,
Yeah.
I see the facial expression. I'm like, oh, this guy is like got some anger issues.
Maybe he in his mind he's probably like, yeah, I'm intimidating all these guys. And
Yeah.
you're over there
When
like, this
really
guy
we're all
looks
looking at
dumb,
him like
dude.
we were like going, what is he doing, dude?
What
Yeah.
is he on?
This is bodybuilding. Shouldn't you just be practicing your poses?
Yeah, right.
That would make more sense. Go through your posing routine.
And you'd catch a pump that way too, for
That's
sure.
what you're gonna do on stage. You're not gonna
Yeah.
go shadow boxing on stage.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But whatever. I mean, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Because it's the equivalent as if you're at an MMA match and a guy in the back is doing bodybuilding poses.
Yeah, same thing.
Just saying, right? Think
Yeah.
about how crazy that would look.
Yeah, it would be like
You'd
This
be
guy-
sitting there
this
going,
guy's gonna
"Wait,
get
is he getting ready to
smashed."
fight
Yeah,
or
yeah, right.
pose?"
yeah, seriously.
And people don't go into the bag room and start doing bicep curls, but you'll see people do a set of pull downs and start shadow boxing in between sets.
Dude, yeah, I see that in the
It's
gym sometimes. And I
interesting.
feel like when you see that at like regular gyms, though, maybe the guy does box, maybe
Mhm.
he trains, but
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's like guys who are insecure who know they're not in shape yet, and then like they have to let the bigger guys know, like, bro, I'll fuck you up.
They want to intimidate.
Just to
No,
let you know,
I.
I'll fuck
You know
you up.
what?
You're bigger, but I'm gonna fuck
Yeah.
you up. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I feel like the mentality
They
is,
want to. Well, they want to. It's like the little dog trying to bark, right? And
Yeah.
everybody's looking like, oh, whoa, okay,
Yeah,
stay away from that guy.
for
It's the
sure.
same thing. Like, and it could be
Yeah,
a big guy who's doing it too. I've seen big guys do it,
yeah,
and they're doing all that stuff, and they're making
yeah.
noise and moving around. And you're like, oh, okay,
Or,
they want attention.
they don't take pre-workout too often and it's just kicking super hard and they can't stop moving. Those
Could
are the
be it
guys, and
too.
they're all aggressive already. Those are the guys in the gym. You're like, do not make eye contact with them. Oh my
Yeah.
God. If he's gonna lock eyes with me and be like, I want to fuck this guy up, like, oh shit. And I've seen those guys in the gym too, a lot of 24s, and it's like, yeah, you just look at them, you're like, oh God, this guy is kind of intense.
Yeah.
Go do my own thing over here. Don't look at me, bro. I'm not trying to fight you.
See,
Yeah.
yeah, they're
We
being
we
they're being
really never
aggression.
know what's going on in people's minds. So that's
They're
Yeah.
why we
being
need to be
aggressive.
kind to people,
Yeah.
especially if they're gonna be shadow boxing. You don't know. They might kick your ass.
They're
Yeah.
yeah, they're very aggressive.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah, that
back to
was back to the topic,
back
but
to
that
the
was funny.
topic. I mean, I need to acknowledge as far as talking about aesthetics, Chad doing as well as he did in Masters, he's got a certain look to him. I mean, thank goodness that he's a good-looking guy that suits the category very well.
Mhm.
And you talked about how, the midsection get blown out a little. I mean, that was one of Chad's things before he talked about even turning pro, like playing football, all of the
Yeah,
heavy lifting that he used to do. That was one of his concerns. So
right.
the way that his body shaped throughout the years, I mean, you wouldn't have been able to tell that his stomach was a little distended from all of the football and everything. And, as far as being ambassador to the sport, he's a really great guy to have up there, being that his, astounding history in sports itself. So
Yeah,
congratulations to him. I think that's why they like that guy, man. He's a
Yeah, for sure.
stand-up
There's,
guy.
yeah,
I feel
he's
like,
good.
too, there's like, yeah, like Mel said, like there's a story behind him. There's like some, and I hate to say it, but in the modern day and age, people like people with a story,
Mm.
like even like those tattoo shows, like everybody has a story. Oh my God, my dog died. And then I was going through a tough time and I got fired from my job. So I got this skull, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's
Dog
like,
died, fired from the
yeah,
job. My girlfriend left
yeah,
me.
death,
My car broke.
Skull.
yeah,
My car was broken. And I got a skull. There
yeah.
you go. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I feel like Chad, he looked really good, man. And I feel like what added to his waist looking smaller is he got a lot bigger in his
Yeah.
shoulders and his chest. Chad's chest is like
Yeah.
I've never seen it look this full and big. His shoulders got a lot bigger. His back got a lot bigger, and I feel like he trains, like I see him training in here. He trains a lot of abs. He
Mm.
does a lot of abs, and it shows. He has really good obliques. He has really good lines in his ab muscles, and that's the one thing in this show where I like. Andre Ferguson was standing sideways at one point, and then he turned to the front into his signature. That was Andre Ferguson's
Mm-hmm.
signature Superman pose.
Superman
Yeah.
pose.
Standing there like that. He's the one that made that kind of like famous for the men's
Mm-hmm.
physique division. And not everybody looks good in that
No.
pose. And I don't think Chad should have stood like that with his hands on his hips. But if he just stood there relaxed in a front pose with his arms to the side, facing more forward, I honestly feel like it would have showed how big Andre Ferguson's waist is. And like
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
if
Chad's
you
being a
compared
little
it.
bit smaller,
Yeah.
because Chad was standing a little more sideways, and it would have like gave him a little bit more width with those
In the shoulders.
big shoulder caps. Chad has giant shoulder caps now. Like he got
Yeah.
better, you know what I mean? So I feel like he was kind of hiding one of them back here, you know what I mean? Standing so
Okay.
sideways, showing his obliques, yeah, for sure. But when Andre stood facing forward, and I feel like if Chad just turned around right there, I think honestly, like he might have had a chance of winning that, man, because like Andre Ferguson, like his midsection is just so wide now. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Do the masters, do they qualify for the Olympia?
Yeah.
If you like, is Andre qualified
I think he
for
qualified
the
earlier
regular
I
Olympia?
think he qualified. He won a regular Open show,
Yeah.
so he's qualified for the Olympia and the Open. But then
If you win the
Masters.
Masters, do you qualify for the
I think
Olympia?
there's a Masters
Not
Olympia.
Yeah, they have a Masters Olympia, but I don't
Oh,
know
so
if
you
you win
qualify
a
for the
Masters.
Masters Olympia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Yeah, not the
Masters to
regular.
Open.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I think he's qualified for both already,
for
which
both.
would have been another reason, even if Chad, like, you know what I mean? I think stood a little more front facing, like they would have been like, bro, this guy looks really good.
You think he had a shot at
I think
beating
he
him?
had a shot, and like Andre's already pre-qualified or
Yeah.
qualified. You know what I mean? They might have been like, this guy's already qualified. Let's get this fucking guy in the mix. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I feel like, yeah, like Chad
Yeah.
is so
because
close.
he's a strong
And he still
contender.
has the Sean Ray to do. So
Mhm.
Chad's going to be doing the Sean Ray
Right.
coming up in November, I believe, right?
November 8th.
And he came in third last year
Yeah.
and got that
Yeah.
special award. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this year he's gotten better from last year, and
He
I
sure
feel
did.
So
like
you think he's
I
gonna
think he
have a
has a good
shot?
chance
Yeah.
of taking it, man. Depending
Depending
on
who
who
shows
shows
up,
up.
right? Well, wasn't
But
Sean Ray that was open though, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that was the Open. Yeah.
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 So
I mean, it wasn't the strongest lineup, but
well, yeah,
Chad beat a lot of guys
he
that
did.
have been winning shows, and like, you know what I mean, and like he beat all the
Yeah.
other local competitors that were in
Yeah.
that pro show, you know, for the men's physique.
And it was
division.
open, so I mean, hey.
Yeah, no, and the guy who won that division, it wasn't a bad loss because that guy looks really good, Ryan Clark, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he looks awesome. So it's not a bad loss to lose to somebody like that.
Hmm.
And
And
with
even
Chad, you can tell too, he takes pride in his posing. He practices and
yes,
he
yeah,
nitpicks everything that he does. You
for
see him
sure.
over here putting in reps,
Yeah,
even in his posing, you know. So
Yeah. Every day.
that was
yeah.
outstanding too to watch.
Totally. Like how he, you know, when he goes in that corner and he poses those videos he
Mm,
posts, like if he posed like that angle on stage,
mm.
I feel like he might have beat Andre Ferguson.
Really?
Just
Yeah.
personal opinion, you know what I mean? But the way that angle that he stands when he's facing, you know, the squat rack over here in the
Yeah.
corner,
In the back.
those videos, if he stood just like that, like I feel like, dude, he might have beat Andre Ferguson, man. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Yeah.
Pretty cool, man. I mean, that's yeah, I give him because I talked to Chad a bunch of times about him, you know, what he wants to do with competing, and he told me he's gonna do it for a few years. It wasn't a
Yeah.
long term as far
Yeah,
as competing.
for sure.
Like he said, oh, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years tops.
Yeah.
So, you know, he has a window. It's like he
Yeah,
kind of has that window already. And
for
his
sure.
big thing was getting to the Olympia. You
Yeah,
know,
for
I
sure.
think that was his big goal is to get on that Olympia stage.
I
Yeah.
hope he gets his punch card at Sean Ray. That'd be so awesome for
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
that'd be super cool
I think
for him.
that's his, you know, that's on his checklist. Like he wants to get that box checked. And I think that's
Yeah.
probably the big one for him. So,
Yeah, no, definitely. But
yeah.
yeah, I feel like he just needs to do one more show, which is the Sean Ray, and I think he might make it to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, if it's an open show, like and there's no
Isn't he doing
masters.
another one
Yeah, it
before
is
Sean Ray?
Sean Ray is the open, right?
Sean Ray is
Sean
open.
Ray. I
Yeah.
thought he was doing another show before Sean Ray, though. I thought
I'm not
I
sure.
thought he was doing one in the mainland.
This was the one
Maybe
because he
in
did
October
one,
or
and then
something.
he did one prior to this. I forget the
Okay.
Toronto Pro.
Toronto, then Sasquatch,
Yeah,
and then
then
Sean
his
Ray. I think you're right.
yeah, then
Okay.
his coach was like, "Oh, we got to hit one more." So then he did the Sasquatch, and then I think the Sean Ray is the next one he's doing. I don't know. I don't really talk to Chad, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm assuming. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because Toronto Pro, how did he come in that one? I forget.
I think fourth or fifth.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was a
What he
little
placed.
tougher, I
In
think.
the Masters, I think he came in like fourth or fifth.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But
Yeah.
I'm not too sure how he did in the Open. I mean, the Open division nowadays with men's physique is just insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
The level of like, it's not even just like, oh, I take the steroids and oh, I diet and oh, I work out super hard. It's like, do you even have the muscle insertions? Like, do your muscles look aesthetically pleasing? You know, because some guys have weird chests, weird ab muscles, and they're diced. You know what I mean? But it's not perfect like some of these other guys who are just
Mm.
coming up now. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah. Even
Because you know what are your thoughts on these guys that have the right structure, especially the younger guys that are doing like local shows,
yeah,
right structure, but just don't have the muscle yet,
yeah,
and then they're winning, but they're not matured yet. Their bodies aren't
Yeah.
matured yet, but they're winning a local show, and then they're getting smoked
yeah,
when they go to a national show because they need 2-3 more years of training,
yeah,
but they have a structure, right?
yeah.
Would you pick that guy over say a guy who maybe the structure isn't as good, but he's got the muscularity and he's got the development? Who would you pick
I think it's like
in
kind
a
of a
local level?
case by case, but at the local level, if I was the judge judging men's physique, which I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, I would give it to if there was like a big dude and a small dude and they
Mhm.
both looked really good, but one guy was obviously a little smaller, but
Yeah.
still looked good.
Has a good structure,
It would
right?
depend on how well that bigger guy presented that structure in that package.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like if he stood at a weird angle and made himself look really boxy and not aesthetic,
Okay.
and the other guy who was, a little bit smaller and they were just as conditioned, but smaller,
Yeah.
but presented the package at the right angle, standing with the right stance,
Show that
doing
package.
doing a right showing the
I know,
package,
I
the
know,
package.
I know. I'm gonna
No, that's
forever
funny.
the package.
How
Yeah.
many times did I just say
You
package
said
in
it
30
twice.
seconds?
You said it twice. I wasn't counting, but you said it twice.
But it's like, yeah, like I
Okay,
feel like
So the posing for you is a big
yeah,
part of it.
and they're not judging your posing,
That
but they're judging what
presentation.
you look like right there on
Yes.
stage, and the posing
So
dictates
I will
what you
agree.
look like on
I
stage.
will agree with that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Posing for that is
Yeah.
important.
Which is important.
Yes.
The reason why it's important to get a men's physique posing coach, okay? Because you don't want to do all that training for 16 weeks and diet and take all the steroids and blow it. You know what I mean? Like you want to get somebody who's going to put you in the right angles, tell you what looks good, knows what looks good, and who's maybe even actually done it themselves. And those are going to be the guys who are going to take you to the top. It doesn't even need to be a pro. It just needs to be somebody who's knowledgeable and has the experience. Go seek out somebody like that for men's physique posing. To all you men's physique athletes out there, do that. Okay, just a little bit of advice, you know. Yeah.
there you go. And then what's your thoughts, Mel?
My thoughts?
Who would you pick? Aesthetics over, that muscularity and
John made a very good point. It depends how it's displayed as well too.
presentation.
And then the presentation, like the front, back, front. If I'm gonna have to pick, like how Jed mentioned a few weeks ago, may the first man fade.
Mm,
So
Exactly.
that might be an indicator, and to see who's deserving of that position as well too.
That is a good
Say
point too.
another point is the fat guy,
There's one
the
fat guy and one
the
skinny guy.
fattest
the
guy.
bigger guy was say he was just a little bit too soft.
Mm.
I'm I
Oh, you would mark
rather
him down.
yeah, I'd rather give the conditioning, me
Even
personally.
if they're small, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
of course. Yeah,
I
that
feel
makes
like
sense.
I feel like the dude who won my height category last year in the Stingray. I mean, I don't think I beat him. I came in second in my height category. I'm not saying anything about I wasn't unfairly judged, but I did feel like his posing wasn't the best, you know? And that year, like as a judge, Mel, like I mean, what if some guy's like super gigantic, right? Big. He does open bodybuilding, classic, and men's physique. I mean,
Okay.
as a judge, are you kind of looking at that like, oh man, this guy's confused? Or like, are you just like gonna evenly judge him in each category and be like, you know what, man, he's men's physique and I like it better here. Like, I think he's classic or like, does that affect that at all?
For me, I judge accordingly. If
Okay.
you're in that division, you
You're
better
in
be
that
able to pull
division.
it off.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, if you come to me for critiques, I'll tell you these are my thoughts in why I think you should lean a little bit more towards this division over the next.
Yeah.
But if your heart set on being a bodybuilder but still want to compete through it all, then by all means waste your money.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out.
Because the guy that was in my division, he was like really tall. He was a really nice guy. And actually, me and him in our back pose had the little elbow bumping battle,
Oh, really?
Because he like fully just like blocked me out. And I was like, bro, like, no way. So I kind of bumped him and then he bumped me back and I bumped him back. And then they're like,
Mm.
whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I mean? But I feel like, that was a perfect example of like, I mean, I feel like if there was a men's physique person on that judging panel, they would have saw that his front pose when we were all lined up in our front pose was a front relaxed for mandatories for bodybuilding. He was confused. You know
Hmm.
what I
That's what
mean?
he was doing in front relaxed.
He was, and kind of like
What?
chest up too high and kind of like flaring the lats. You know how like
Yeah,
this
right.
whole shit, and everybody else was in their front pose and in their
Was
front
this guy
pose.
a crossover
He did
bodybuilder?
bodybuilding
Hmm.
classic and men's
Oh
physique, and
man,
then at the
well there
Sean
you go.
Ray, he did bodybuilding and classic.
So he's probably more of a bodybuilder.
Yeah, remember the guy, the Howley guy that came here? He won the Sean Ray last year. I think he had the
Yep.
glasses
Yep.
from
Yes,
like Ohio or some
And he
shit
yes.
won overall too.
for both
Wait, that was
divisions.
him.
He
Oh,
beat that guy
oh
in
well, that guy
body
was
in
shredded.
bodybuilding and classic. No, he
Yeah,
deserved to win.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But you know what
yeah.
I mean? But he beat the big guy in bodybuilding and classic. And that guy
That's
for me was just a
crazy.
little bit too like if there was a weight cap in our division, bro, that guy would have exceeded
Exceeded it.
it.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like he would have fucking flew by our
Yeah.
weight
He
cap.
stood out.
He was huge, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he looked big and muscular, but he was doing bodybuilding poses, you know what I mean? Like in
Mm.
his men's physique division. But he still won. But maybe they saw potential. I don't I might judge on that too. Like, yo, this guy has potential if he just does it a little different. I don't know.
Like for me as well too,
Yeah.
you come to my table for critiques, and if you're posing wrong for that division, I will tell you that's not part of the, you know,
See,
whatever
Mel
criteria.
was backstage at that, so
I was.
You were.
see,
But
so she didn't get to see the front view, you know?
I was there though. But then,
Yeah.
like for instance, there was an individual who was doing other divisions posing in her. She was doing not wellness. She was doing women's physique posing in her figure routine, and figure routine is just front, back, front. And she
Yeah.
was striking like a back double bicep lat spread inside of her figure routine. If she came up to me for judges' feedback, I would tell her it is what it is. Like, dude,
Mm.
that's not part of the figure
What
criteria.
division you used to do figure?
I did both. I'm a pro in both figure and women's physique, by the
Yeah,
way.
see, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
imagine
Yeah.
if there was no like woman judge on the judging panel who did physique and figure.
Figure.
right.
All the judges would be like, they
Okay.
might have gave it to the girl who did the bikini poses. You know what I mean? They might have been like, okay, here we go. And that's why I feel like it's so important to have diversity on the judges panel of like men's physique, bodybuilding, figure, bikini. You know, and I mean, for the most part, try and create that because like in those situations, you can be like, yo, Mel, that girl's really muscular and she looks way better, but dude, she did all this. Was that right? You know, like, like, and Mel would have been like, nope. And she would have been like,
Hmm.
in a sense, there's 7 head judges and they're the head judge of that division that they've actually competed in and been a part of and are knowledgeable about. Because anybody can judge, oh, this guy's conditioned.
Yeah,
Anybody can judge, oh, this guy's muscular. Oh, anybody, oh, he looks good. You know what I mean? Like, but if you didn't do the division necessarily, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just that knowledge where, like, in that situation, Mel would had that knowledge and she could spot that out. I might not have been able to spot that out
right.
if I didn't familiarize myself with that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it matters. You definitely having the actual experience on stage and then
Yeah,
doing that division,
for sure.
like we said before, it does help.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So we've talked about it. This is like a couple of weeks we've been talking about it, about the judging and how it, whatever
The
our
judging's
personal
not
opinions
bad.
on it,
Yeah.
and it's all good. So yeah, because there's been a few different people that I've talked to that are trainers that honestly that they didn't like the way this last show was judged,
Yeah.
and it's not just Johnny because we know about that, but there's like one or two other ones that I know that were like, yeah, I'm not gonna bring competitors here to the Hawaii shows anymore.
That sucks.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I was surprised when I heard this other person, and
Really. And
actually there's two more that I know of
oh,
that
that's
bring a lot
awesome.
of competitors. And this is a female, and she brings a lot of competitors, and she was like, no, I'm not. I'm done doing it. And she's like, I've never seen it like this before, and she's pretty
I'm trying to
annoyed.
think of all the
So
girl trainers. I'm like, who is it?
yeah, well,
So
Fit
she's
Dolls by
pretty.
Muneko. No, I don't
She's pretty.
know.
well, who's to
No,
say it's
it's not
not going to be
Winnetka.
like that in the mainland shows? Because the
We don't
mainland
know,
shows have
right?
their
I
favorites
mean,
too.
Yeah, that's
let's be
dude.
honest.
Look, Jeremy Buendia, prime example. Shouldn't have won.
You're not.
He,
Yeah,
he was a favorite. Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. Um,
I feel like I think coaches sometimes, like Mel said, the rose-colored glasses. I feel like that was the one good thing about my coach. He never lied to me, and he was never too proud of being my coach to be like, "You lost." You know what I mean? Like there are so many times where like, dude, he kept it so real with me that it kind of almost hurt my feelings, but it made me better. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes like I mean, if you get fucked over like 5 times in a row, that's something. But one
yeah,
show, kind of like you got to have that, because even in MMA, it comes down to points and stuff. You know what I mean? And you might not agree. How many times in UFC are they like, oh, I don't think that guy should have won,
Yeah.
And it's there's going to be controversy there no matter what. But
yeah,
how down are you to do this, and how much are you down for the sport and the culture? You know what I mean? Like if you're a bodybuilder, you're going to go to the shows no matter what, and you're going to compete, you're going to diet, you're going to do the steroids, you're going to do all that shit. So it's like if a judging panel is keeping you from going and through that whole process that you're supposed to love and you're supposed to be addicted to, and this is your lifestyle, then man, you don't really love the lifestyle that much, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So that's just a personal opinion. I guess I'm kind of sticking up for the judges there in a sense, right? Kind of, sort of.
Sort of.
But I feel like, yeah, you shouldn't stop going to shows because of
Absolutely.
one show that you felt was
well,
on.
I
Yeah.
kind of wonder if there's like, somebody who's in LA or Seattle or something is going, I'm not bringing my competitors to this show. We're going to go to another state, and then the people over here are going, we're going to go up to LA and compete
Oh, for
now,
sure.
and
That's how it
so
is, for
I
sure.
wonder if it's like it happened, there's
Yeah,
different
no, definitely.
people in that state are like, I'm out of here, like
Jed, did you have an opinion?
On
What you was saying?
just about
Jed, you're awake
trainers
today.
not wanting to bring their coaches to the
I
local
mean, you're
show,
just if you want,
you
you
know.
take a risk of hurting your own business doing that.
That's true.
The fuck is that? Oh,
All kinds of weird stuff going
I
on
know,
today.
right?
I mean, you take a risk at your own business if you can afford to do that. I mean, by all means, but
That's very
you
true.
really think your one boycott of the competitors you bring is going to change the whole game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't I don't know if they're doing it because they're going to change the game or they're just so annoyed that they just don't want to go through it anymore.
I understand that. I mean, if it's hard to say because I mean, if you keep bringing competitors that you think should win, they're not winning, and you don't think it's your fault and stuff. I could see
Right.
how that could get to you after a while, and you're just kind of like, fuck this because
Right.
why am I doing all this work? These people could win and nothing's happening. And yeah, I mean, I get it. I get why you would feel that way.
Or like
But
Mel said, I feel like just
you,
fucking bring your best and try and smash everybody. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but I mean, is it a biased thing though? Do you think your person should win because it's your person? I mean, that's
I
what
think
you have to
that's
look at.
yeah.
Because if that's the reason, then you're looking at something different. I don't know. Trying to make sense of it. It's like,
But it also is possibly that some people are thinking, oh, because
You invest so much money
well,
into
no,
it.
but these competitors are coming from this gym or with this trainer, and they're getting the nod over my people because this trainer or this gym is getting favoritism,
Yeah. Well, see
So
that
that's, if that trainer is thinking that, right? If that person is thinking that, then makes sense why they wouldn't want to do the
yeah,
show
for
anymore.
sure.
I've only seen that happen to a point of where I thought that was the case maybe once or twice the whole time I've been on this island.
Yeah.
And that was many years ago.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, like I wouldn't really go to shows honestly throughout the year sometimes that I wasn't competing in. So, I mean, I've only been backstage and then on the stage for like the 15 seconds that I'm out there. And then, like, yeah, I don't really pay attention to that too much.
Okay.
But I feel like, maybe some of those people went to the Diddy party and then the other people didn't go to the Diddy party. You know what I mean? And if you go to the Diddy party, you're in the circle, and then, but yeah, the gym thing could have an effect on it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, it's just human nature. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna stick up for my friend no matter what. If we're out
Mm.
at a bar and he gets into a fight, I'm backing him up. But as soon as we leave there, I'm like, bro, what the fuck was that all about, bro? We were trying to check out chicks tonight. Why you now we both got black eyes and shit. But you're always gonna back somebody up no matter what. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I feel like yeah,
Well, we'll talk about gyms, because if there's a gym that's out there that's, sponsoring a show, right?
yeah,
Their name's plastered on the poster and they're
yeah, for
sponsoring,
sure.
and there's other gyms that aren't, then is that gym going to get favoritism?
Maybe you should start sponsoring shows, Mark.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Then
Right,
fucking A,
right.
man.
Maybe
IHF,
you either show up and you win the show based off of your own merits or you don't win the
I
show.
know.
Yeah,
Not based off of who sponsored the show, maybe. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
That's how I feel about it. And I don't mind supporting shows, but I just don't think that that should have anything to do with it, which there could be something there,
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
it's human nature to only have a favorite if you're closer to somebody than somebody else. I mean,
Yeah.
in the back of your mind, you know what I mean? I think any human being is like that. But yeah, I think that people sponsoring shows kind of does have an effect sometimes because I know like Zero Gravity, they used to sponsor a lot of shows,
Hmm.
Right.
and that dude would crank out pros like
Yep.
50 a year, 60 a year, like
Yeah.
crazy amounts. You know what I mean? Like that
Right.
Benson, what's his name? Benson Bill
Yeah.
or something? Benson.
That's
Yeah, that dude, like he would crank pros out when he was, and I heard this is just what I heard through the grapevine, but during COVID, I mean, don't quote me on this, okay? But during COVID, I heard he was sponsoring a lot of the shows with actually because the promoters were having trouble because you had to be outdoors, you had to wear a mask, you had to do all this shit. They were canceling everything. So all the shows that were happening, he was fronting the money for a lot of
Oh
it and
wow.
putting the shows on because he knew, like Jed said, like if there's no shows, he has no clients. That's what he does. He trains people for shows. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So if there's no shows, bodybuilders unfortunately come to you when they need you. Okay, they're not all you trainers out there. Get the lifestyle fucking clients because the bodybuilders will come to you for 16 weeks and then not talk to you for 4 months
Or longer.
and not
Or a
even text
year
you.
Or a
to
year,
the
yeah.
next
Or a
season.
year
And
and
then the
they'll go,
show comes
hey,
around next year.
yeah,
The Sean Ray's coming
yeah.
up. Hey, oh Mel, hey, long time no
How you
see. How
been?
you
Yeah, yeah.
like, dude? Like
It's
so
true. That's
so
true.
that's the thing is like I feel like yeah he had that mentality and he knew that him sponsoring those shows and paying for it was gonna benefit him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And keep his, because dude, that guy has his own
Keep
gym.
his rep and his name.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has. Did you see his gym that he just
I
built?
saw. Yeah, I saw. It looks pretty
Yeah. So
good.
I mean, it looks pretty
So
like he's
he's.
got
I
some
mean, he
money.
built an empire off of
Yeah, he
this.
did, man.
Yeah.
Zero gravity. And I mean, I was on Zero Gravity Hawaii with O and Cindy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was kind of like the
That's pretty cool.
extension
The
from
guy,
them.
and
So
he's from the Big Island, right, or something,
I don't know.
isn't he?
I mean,
I
he's
think so.
maybe. I don't
I
know.
thought he was from the Big Island.
He looks like a big white dude from Orange County.
Yeah, but I thought he was from the Big Island. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
But I feel like that's another thing, like, with men's physique. Like he was a man, he's kind of, I don't want to say specialized in men's physique because I think he might have done classic when he was competing. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that either. But I remember following them and man, they would be practicing their posing all the time. Like even O, like he kind of took pride in his posing and he would be practicing his posing all the time. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe their presentation had a little bit to do with it, but the sponsoring of the shows, you know what I mean? Like I
It
think
makes
it
a
yeah,
difference.
I think
I
so.
think it does.
A little bit, you know what I
Having your
mean?
name on that poster,
Yeah. I'm not gonna
or
lie, like
in the background.
those little like what is it? Everybody got the GY fitness card at this
Hmm.
last one. That looked kind of cool. Like, like
What was it?
it was cooler than anything I've ever gotten at a show.
GY Fitness, the certificate or whatever.
Yeah. So it was like it almost looked like this cool, like I don't know, like they want a big check or something. It kind of had that look, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
and they were GY
Yeah, and it had
Fitness
like a
was on
nice
it.
the
Yeah,
graphics were nice and I feel that's like I mean I train at Iron Hawaiian Fitness, obviously, you know what I
yeah,
mean? But I feel like that's the one thing I noticed about Greg Yoshida
yeah.
is he's a really good at marketing, you know what I mean? And sales.
Yeah, he
Like
is.
he's a good speaker. Like he's gets in front of the camera a lot and he speaks well and he can tell he's like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And like he's like, he maybe did a couple
Mm.
takes, and yeah, so I feel like
But for as well as he speaks,
yeah,
he not once came on our show
right?
for the many
I've
times that
asked
we've
him.
asked,
I know
right?
he was busy and there was all kinds of stuff going on. I don't know if he wants
Yeah.
to come on, he can. He's always welcome to. But
Yeah.
I asked so many times. And if somebody's busy and then something's going on, that's fine. And
Greg, we
and
need
then
you.
I don't know if they don't want to come on. I just think maybe sometimes they just get caught up and it's not a priority. And maybe I have to ask again. Okay, that's fine, And that's probably what it is. I don't think anybody's just like, I don't want to go on that show unless it's just like a waste of their time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, for sure.
Like,
Probably.
I don't want to waste my time on that
Plus,
show.
like, where does
I
he
don't
live in
know. I'm
town
not
or
sure.
I think he's on that side.
Who
that side,
knows?
like
I'm not
Y
sure.
Mililani side kind?
Probably because that's where GY is, YPO,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it is kind of a far drive too if he's running a
Right.
gym and he's
Right.
training clients and
Yeah. No,
then
I get it.
yeah,
I get it. And maybe, I mean, I can ask him again
yeah,
if he wants to come on because he's been definitely stepping up in the bodybuilding scene here as far as the competitors in the show
yeah.
and all that. So,
Well, I feel like he has that like side of the island kind of because there's nothing out on the west side as far as bodybuilding goes. So
right.
all the west side guys go there.
Well, except for
All,
Nos and Lynn's Iron
Yeah, but
Dungeon
that's
gym.
small.
Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah.
they've been popping out competitors, but as far as the caliber of the competitors, I mean,
yeah,
I
like
think GY
Elo,
has.
Elo, the men's physique guy, Elo, Elo.
no.
He won the Sean Ray, beat Kenny, Filipino. He
Yeah,
turned
I
pro.
don't know him personally.
Oh yeah, but he trains at GY Fitness. I mean, so that's one guy. He turned pro recently, men's physique. Trains over there.
Okay.
I saw they
Oh,
gave
that guy.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
guy that beat Kenny. Remember he's small
Right, right. I
waist.
remember him. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean he looks really
Yeah.
good. So, but
Yeah.
they gave Chris Knox a free membership. Yeah,
Well,
it's like
are they doing that with most of the people that are turning pro? Are they giving them a
I don't
free
know.
membership?
Man, I
I don't
turned
know.
pro too
I
early, man.
I
identify
don't
as a
know.
pro.
I identify as a pro. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's all good, Like I know for a time there, this gym, Iron Hawaiian we were, I mean, killing it as far as
Yeah,
we had a lot of competitors in the
Yeah.
shows. There'd be like 20, 25 competitors
yeah,
from this gym alone,
for sure.
and a lot of
Even when I
a
first
lot of
started coming here,
overalls, a lot of winners, and so
I mean, even in
yeah,
like 2000, right after COVID, like what 2023ish when the shows started opening back up, I
yeah.
was still competing, and I feel like yeah, there's a bunch of people here. Like I would always have people to pose with in men's
Mm,
physique
Yeah,
and
because
train with, and
that show had probably about 8 to 12 of you guys posing on Sundays together.
yeah,
that's right.
for
Yeah,
sure, that was really good. Yeah,
for the one at the show. I mean,
yeah,
there's
even
a
Tyler
bunch
would
of
Oh, that
come.
was
yeah, Tyler.
21,
Yeah,
right?
Tyler
21.
was in
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a lot of guys. Yeah.
yeah, for sure, and we
and that
would
made it fun.
I
yeah,
don't
we would
know.
emulate like the show, like
A lot of those guys don't
to
even
the
train
back,
here
to the
anymore.
front, to the back. Yeah,
A lot of those guys don't even train here anymore.
Yeah, I don't know where they train then. Where do they? Oh yeah, Kenny.
24 Hour
Kenny trains at
Fitness or
Kapiolani 24s. Kenny, what the hell is that?
yeah, even Tim, he's trained here.
Yeah, Tim. Yeah, what's up with that? Like
I don't know,
I haven't
something
talked to
happened.
Tim.
I think yeah, because I think his membership. I think he left for a while, and
Oh,
and
that's
his
right. I
his
heard.
membership lapsed,
Yeah,
and then it just it canceled, right? Like
yeah.
it canceled
I think there
membership,
was a misunderstanding
and
there.
then I think
Yeah,
because I think you told me
yeah.
he was
I think he thought you
he was
canceled
at
his
Flex or
membership.
something, and then he goes, "Oh, Mark canceled my membership,"
Yeah, that's where
and it was like,
Kenny told me that
"No, I
actually.
didn't cancel your membership. It canceled
Yeah.
because the thing is, if you hadn't paid your membership in 6 months, what you hadn't paid it in 6 months, so how do you think you still have a membership?
That's
It
true.
wasn't paid for 6 months, dude. Like,
Yeah. Well, he was. I think he was like in the Philippines, and he was
yeah.
Alaska. He was all over the
So what's
place.
why get offended? Just come
Yeah.
back. And
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem
Or
with
if
him.
you knew
Like,
you're gonna deploy or be gone for a little bit, freeze your
well, he
membership.
should have told me too, right? So I heard he got, and I was like, I have nothing against him. Like,
Yeah. No,
it was all cool with
Tim's
him.
super cool. Yeah.
So
Love
hey,
Tim.
his picture's still on the wall.
Yeah. Dude, that's an awesome picture of Tim too.
So yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
People are
going on
so
nowadays.
emotional
I
and soft
guess because
nowadays, huh?
they get an email, right? When it gets canceled, they get an email, and it's a nice email.
Yeah.
Your membership has been canceled. Thank you for being a member. Aloha, Iron Up. And it's like it's very nice. So,
I mean,
it's not like, hey,
You didn't pay
you
your
hadn't
bill,
paid in
dickhead.
you've been
6 months.
terminated.
Don't ever come back here. You're a POS. Like, no, it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's very nice. And so, yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe he probably thought, oh, Mark should have called me or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? But he's always welcome if you're watching this, Tim. You're welcome to come back, dude.
Kenny and Tim, we need you
Kenny
back.
and Tim, I mean, those two guys,
Yeah,
yeah, they're
Kenny and
not here
Tim,
really.
man.
Kenny will come. I think he's only come a couple times, like right before a show.
Yeah.
Two different shows that he came a couple times, and then that was it.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's not coming. He's at 24 or so.
24s, yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy to me. I'm like,
Fighting the crowd.
24?
I know.
Like,
And I think
that's chaos over
goes
there.
there at like kind of prime time too. And when I go over there for the squat racks, you'll see
Yeah.
people standing in lines like for like I'll do like my whole workout, and then there's people like, oh, they just
I
got to
haven't
the front
been
of the
in there
line. I'm like,
forever,
bro, that's
man.
crazy. Yeah.
I haven't been in there forever.
Yeah, it's not really worth it. I mean, if you need a place to train, like honestly, like yeah, even though Hawaii Kai is not as good as Kapiolani and doesn't have the equipment,
Yeah.
I'd rather go there just because it's way less crowded. It's all old people. It's
There's
like
nothing there.
yeah.
There's literally nothing
I
there
feel
at
like I
Hawaii
could
Kai
I
except
could
cardio
definitely
equipment.
yeah I could definitely
Yeah, some
get away with a
hammer
chest day
strength.
there. I could get away
Yeah.
with back there.
You could get away with posing inside the cardio room.
And they have
then, too.
dumbbells.
That
They do
too.
have dumbbels, so I
Yeah.
You
mean,
do
yeah,
shoulders with
Yeah.
dumbbells there.
Yeah,
And
for
you get
sure.
a good view of the marina and everything.
Yeah, 'cause I
that's
feel
the
like
best part about
I
it.
feel like for chest, like, what do you need? I mean, I feel like I just need a flat bench, an incline bench, maybe a hammer strength press, and a fly machine, some dumbbells.
Yeah.
That's what I need for chest day, and they have all that.
Yeah.
What do I need for a back day? A lat pull down, a cable
Barbell row,
row,
dumbbell row.
barbell to
Yeah.
row, some
speaking
dumbbells
of
to
Hawaii
row.
Kai, how in the hell are you gonna be 24-hour fitness and then fucking not open until 5 a.m.?
And close at 11.
Oh, that was
God
from
almighty.
COVID. That was after COVID.
Yeah.
They started doing that.
I think they realized, like, man, we're just wasting electricity, and
I think
spending way more
Kaneohe
money.
does it too. I thought Kaneohe closed at
They
midnight
should have to change the name to not so 24-hour fitness.
Yeah,
or, something.
or
right.
like 20-hour fitness,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's
Because you've
because
driven down there to
Yeah,
try
I
it.
used to go there to do morning cardio, and then
And you
one day I
can't.
came like, we don't open until 5. I was like, did you not read the fucking sign on the door? It says 24-hour fitness.
you're
So I
Ah,
started going to
that's right. You
Kapiolani.
used to go there for cardio. I remember.
Yeah, I used to go there
Oh.
because it's right down the road.
Yeah,
oh, that's
yeah.
why.
So now now I go to Powerhouse because Kapiolani, my car gets hit in that parking lot all the time. You see all the dings
Really?
on my car because the tight ass parking of their
Yeah.
Yeah,
grinds.
people opening their doors
I've had
into
my
your
car
shit.
hit a few times, so
Oh,
I
man.
go to Powerhouse now because in the morning there's wide open parking when I do my cardio. But
Mm.
yeah, I went to Kapiolani for a long time because Hawaii Kai didn't open until 5.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
But I feel like your gym though has that old school hardcore vibe. You know what I mean? As far as like some of the weights are a little rusty. You got a collection of machines. It's not just like you called China and ordered all the same shit from this like random company. Like you have
well,
key
I did
pieces
order.
that you
I
take
did get a
pride
lot
in.
of 45-pound plates from
China.
China, just so you know.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot
Yeah.
of stuff is made in China, but at the same time, I feel like you have a good collection and like your knowledge on machines
Yeah.
and like like you actually like collect. I feel, you know what I mean. You're a collector.
And you
You're
have
you're
metal
an you're an,
plates.
and you're an
Yeah, metal
enthusiast.
plates.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one thing that separates this gym from others. Not that other gym owners aren't enthusiasts of bodybuilding, but Mark is actually an enthusiast of weight training
Fitness
equipment.
equipment.
You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
can tell you like the years
Yeah.
that a machine came out in and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is like something that other people don't have that knowledge or
Speaking
even
of metal
interest.
plates, fact or fiction, there's something about when you slap it on more than 2 or 3 and you hear that wobble as you're pressing. Does it do something with
I think
your
so.
mind? And
Yeah.
you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
purposely.
when I used to bench,
Yeah.
when I used to bench, right, like 4 plates on each side,
To hear that wobble.
Yes.
and you're just like even 3. I think
Yeah.
3, 4 plates, probably 3 because I could do a lot more reps with 3.
Yeah.
And you're just moving it, and it's kind of ching 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 ching,
Yeah.
and there's like a rhythm to it.
Yeah. And you kind of
You
almost like
know?
I like even like putting it on like a little loose. You know what I
And
mean?
clinking.
Yeah, just so it
Oh
clinks a little bit
yeah,
when it shakes even more. You know what I mean?
or even
Yeah.
squats, man. You're doing
Yeah.
squats, and you're coming down. You're like, shh, shh, shh.
Like I don't like gyms that are like bodybuilding gyms and there's not one metal plate in the whole place.
Right.
Yes, for sure. I never thought about that because now that I think about it, a lot of the other gyms have rubber plates. Yeah.
I do.
For
Well, I do
safety.
have some
Yeah.
rubber.
Yeah.
I do have some rubber plates in here.
Yeah. You do.
Because I'd say 85, maybe 90% of my plates are metal.
Yeah.
And then there are some rubber ones that I use on the Smith machine
Yeah.
or the hammer strength because it don't really matter on those,
Yeah.
right? But for the free weights, for the squats, barbell squats, benching, I put all the metal ones there.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. The other ones where it's just it's a plate loaded machine, rubber is fine.
Yeah. And even
It's
when
not
you
gonna make noise anyway.
when you
And
think
you
about
got your thin ones too that you put on the hammer strength and leg
Yeah.
press so you can pack more on there.
Put more on there, yes.
So like
the thin one,
the
yeah.
thin metal plates, like
Yeah.
you strategically put the plates on what machines they work the best.
I did.
on.
I
and what
did.
other gym has 100-pound plates?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got 4 of those.
I got 4 of those. I got 4 of those.
I'm proud of those. Well, because 2 of those, initially I wanted these 100-pound plates. When I first started this, I was like, oh, you got to have at least 200-pound plates.
Yeah.
And I was looking, and it was really hard to find them here locally. And then it's crazy, dude. Amazon had them on sale. You could buy 100-pound plates, free shipping.
Wow.
Wow.
And I was
That's
like, what?
insane.
Now, these were the flat face ones. You knew what I was
Those are the
talking
good
about.
ones,
Yeah.
not the
They don't
ones
have the
that hand
handle.
grips. Yeah.
It's a flat face. So I was like, oh,
Oh, fuck
those
yeah.
aren't ideal, but I was like, but those look pretty good. And they were 100-pound each, free shipping. And I remember when I ordered those, and the freaking UPS guy was like, what the hell, man? And he had to put his dolly on, and he put them at the bottom of the
You
stairs.
should have told him I ordered a cadaver
Yeah.
from China.
I freaking dude, and I had to freaking take each one. I carried each one up the stair, like for a 100-pound plate. But I was super stoked. I was like, I got these free shipping. Like, because then I think I'm not even kidding you. I looked back after it was maybe 2 months later. They didn't offer free shipping on those anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think I could even get it shipped to Hawaii.
They lost so
And I
much
was
money.
like,
They're like,
I
we can't do
wonder if
this.
my order
Fucked it
in
up.
Hawaii fucked it up. Because how many
Probably.
people from Hawaii would have ordered it? Because this is
Yeah.
like, you're talking about like 2013.
It's got to come across the
It's a
ocean.
while ago.
Yeah.
So they were probably like, oh no, we got an order from Hawaii. Oh, forget it. And they probably got rid of it. I don't know. But then another guy, one of the members a few years later, he had, the iron grip ones. And I guess he got them for 24-hour fitness because they were, and they
Yep.
were getting rid of stuff.
Yep.
And he used to be a trainer there. And he had a pair of them. He's like, hey, Mark, do you want these weights? Because he was moving.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're hundreds? And he's like, yeah. I said, yeah, dude, bring them. I'll take them. Because those iron grips are cool
Yeah.
for hundreds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's how I got 400.
Man.
Because I would have just had 2.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But, I got the freebies. So,
And
Same thing happened when you had the spider bar too. It was for free shipping on it.
yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And you were like, no, there's no way.
Oh,
And then
they
you
messed up on it.
Yeah.
No, they did. Yeah, because I got that from Elite FTS.
yeah.
Elite FTS. And there was something going on with the shipping. And I remember going, man, I was like kind of feeling weird about it because I put the thing in, you put it in the cart, and then it usually says the shipping, right? And then it didn't say, it was like $10 or something, like really low. And I was like, that's like a 80-pound bar. There's no way.
Yeah.
I said, well, they will email me or call me,
Yeah.
because they'll do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Got no call, no email. The bar came in, and I started checking my stuff. Like I remember for like a week after, I kept checking
Yeah.
emails. Like there's gonna be something, or they're gonna say, "Hey, we forgot to charge you," and nothing. And then literally a few months later, I looked at it, and then it was like call. When you put it in the cart to order
Yeah.
it, and then shipping it said call. So you could no longer just order it right offline.
Yeah,
There was so somebody dropped the ball on that one.
for sure.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I was like, see, because Hawaii is interesting, right? Think about, okay, how many people ordered that spider bar here on the island?
I think
Seriously,
anybody got
Yeah.
one.
maybe one or two, huh?
I think nobody's got one except you.
That's what I'm saying. Just like how many people ordered 100-pound plates?
Only
Really?
Mark
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
So, that's why
Yeah.
it's not like it's that popular. So, especially here in Hawaii.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I feel like, I probably had some effect on.
Yeah.
They were like, who's this dude? Iron Hawaiian. We kind of slipped up on it. Well, because that bar was on a pallet, dude.
Yeah.
It was a UPS freight pallet. They had to, I think they had to forklift it off or something because the way it was set up, I was like, oh, this is like $500 shipping.
Yeah.
When it's palletized,
Yeah.
easily, I mean, minimum $300. Minimum 300.
And
And,
they'd usually have to go through a freight forwarder too, which is
and
gonna
you
be
have
an
to go
extra
through a freight
cost.
forwarder,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm trying to remember, was it a freight forwarder or was it UPS now? Because maybe it
No, they
wasn't
don't. They don't.
UPS.
They
You
don't
know,
have
you're
cars.
right. It wasn't. It
Mhm.
was a freight forwarder, and he had to take it off the thing,
Yep.
off his truck. And I was sitting there going, like, God, it's like $500 at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because think about it, they got to pay that guy,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
and all that stuff. So, at least. So, yeah, I got some pretty good deals. I got a lot of deals on equipment here, a lot of used stuff. Anybody who's wanting to start a gym, I mean, ever, good luck nowadays. I mean, you got to have a lot of backing, financial backing. But if you did, used equipment is honestly, to me, it's the way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find used equipment
If
in
if you
great
want retro
condition,
stuff, yeah.
especially if you want
What's crazy,
retro.
the older stuff lasts so much more longer than the new
Yeah.
stuff out there now. Like
It's
like at UFC, a lot of the hoist stuff, they just keep on breaking. I mean, what are we paying all this gym membership for over
Yeah.
there? Like for fucking
well
broken
because they
shit.
outsource now because a lot of that equipment is not made in the US anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at my Icarian, my hammer strength, because most of my hammer strength's older, it's all made, it
Yeah.
has a sticker made in the
Yeah.
USA. The newer hammer strength, hate to tell you, it's not made in the
China.
USA. China. Life Fitness owns hammer
Life
strength.
Fitness, Nautilus.
They've owned hammer strength for years now. They
Interesting.
outsource it. And if you look at the new hammer strength, it's a lot thinner metal. It's not the same.
Damn.
It's still good, but
Yeah.
it's not the same as the older stuff.
Think it'll still take the same beating as that old stuff?
No,
Yeah.
I personally don't because
I-
I think you're gonna have issues
And
over
in all
time.
honesty, like I don't think too many gym owners are this deep about like their machines and their knowledge about machines. I mean, they might like really be into the training aspect of it and getting people in there and training, making money. But Mark, like, I mean, probably likes making money too. But at the same time, it's like he's very passionate about the gym equipment and the culture that you create here and the look and the aesthetic of things. Like, like those new shiny gyms are awesome. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind training at one of those every once in a while too. But like to get that old school like Dorian Yates or
Yeah.
like, pumping iron type of vibes, like this is the vibes. You know what I'm saying? As far as like gyms on the island. And like when Dark Sport comes here, what gym do they come to? Here. They don't ever tag the gym in their posts. Start
Well,
tagging Iron Hawaiian Fitness.
because they paid me.
Oh no way.
Yeah. So they paid me. They would come here. They've done it twice, and I closed down the gym for
Yeah.
3 hours, and they would pay me.
Yeah.
So be a little different. I mean, I could have worked that in the deal. Way pay me, but you got to tag me too.
Yeah. You should have.
Yeah. But
But to all you kids out there that wear Dark Sport, which I know is 90% of the people over at Kapilani 24-hour Fitness.
And UFC. And UFC.
Yeah, like
And
and
UFC.
UFC, like everybody with their brand new Dark Sport drop shirt on, like
Ohana. Dark
just
They've
to let
been
you
here.
know, when they come to Hawaii, they film all their footage over here at Iron Hawaiian Fitness. You guys are blowing it down the road.
Yeah, and one thing I have to say about the equipment is, um, most I do have some China equipment,
Yeah.
and some China equipment is good. Don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
there's some quality,
Yeah.
but like 95% of my equipment is not China.
Yeah.
It's made in the U.S. most of
China.
it.
In Merca.
Because even
China,
Prime,
China.
Prime, all the Prime stuff,
Yeah.
it's all U.S.
Yeah.
It's manufactured in the
Yeah.
U.S.
And Prime is a
Yes,
great company, I feel. I like their
Prime
stuff.
is good equipment.
Yeah.
If people don't know about Prime or if you've never tried it, because I have the most Prime equipment on the island still, that quality is unbelievable.
for sure.
And you look at this, if you, again, I'm kind of a nerd. Look at the welds, look at how they designed it,
Yeah,
how the metal is, the quality of their pads. Like I look at all that stuff,
yeah,
right? The vinyl that they use,
for sure.
like you can tell, like that vinyl lasts 10 years.
Yeah,
You get a lot of this other generic brand, the vinyl in like 2 years is like all broken up.
yeah,
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Yep.
And it's just because it's cheaper materials, right?
Yeah.
So it makes a difference. So yeah, Prime, man, Prime is so
And I
good.
feel like once you use the Prime pec deck, like it's so hard to go back to that other one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it
what is
is.
it? The Hammer Strength or Life Fitness? What
Well,
do you
that's
got?
Life Fitness.
Life
Yeah, the
Fitness,
simple one, right?
dude. Like that. I mean, that one works, but when you
It's
use
the
the
original.
Prime, like something about that back pad and the way that your shoulders kind of curve around it when you're doing like a fly. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like it just creates this nice kind of position that your body's in, and then like the angle of everything. Yeah,
Yeah, the
it's
angle of the
hard to
back.
go back
Yeah.
once you use the Prime pec deck to use any other pec deck again, honestly. So
Yeah, again, quality equipment. But here's the thing, right? A lot of people, if you're not a competitor for the most part, like a lot of people, they don't care.
yeah,
Um, I see so much videos on social media, on Instagram of people working out at Planet Fitness,
yeah,
and they're doing videos in
yeah.
there, and I'm like, man, this guy is like really
Has no idea
making videos in Planet Fitness, like
on
and
a
showing
on a
training.
on a purple machine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, purple machine, and
Yeah,
I was like, whatever, man. I mean, hey, it's all good. I don't know where, some of these places maybe they don't have access to gyms like this, but it's just so interesting to
Planet
yeah,
me.
Fitness is like $10 a month,
yeah. You
so
can't go
that's why
Is
wrong
it
though.
still 10 here in Hawaii?
I don't think so. Is it
well,
I thought it was 20 maybe because it's
even
Hawaii
for the
20s?
prices.
black one,
Because it's
yeah,
Hawaii
20.
prices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, but you get pizza on Fridays, right?
yeah. You have a
Pizza on
I think
Fridays,
donuts. Is it?
tanning boots.
Yeah.
They have tanning
You
tanning
have massage
beds,
chairs.
massage chairs.
That's for the
So
black
you get
card
all that
members.
stuff.
Yeah,
The what?
Black card members.
The black.
and
Oh, is
you know,
that
Yeah,
and
the
you,
right?
black
and you
card
know
members.
people like
So they have a black card.
Mhm.
you know people like train and then go sit on those massage chairs right
Yeah, and
after
that's
too.
nasty,
Like,
It's
oh
dude.
my
gross.
god,
It's gross.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like staph infection waiting to happen or something, or ringworm. You know?
I know UFC does have that cryo chamber thing, which is cool
Yeah,
because you just walk in there, you stand in there, you close the door, and you stand in there.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
right.
You're not sitting on that thing. You're not like I've done that once. I tried it one time.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
it's kind of like that one movie with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes,
Demolition Man.
Demolition
Oh
Man.
That's
They
such
got
a
yeah,
good
cryo
movie.
freezed. Yeah,
That's such a
cryo
good
freeze.
movie.
Yeah.
I was
Hey,
thinking
it's
of
pretty good.
Austin Powers when he comes out and
that
takes
too.
that 2 minute long piss.
Yeah, no,
Oh my
that's the
God.
same. Yeah, that's the same thing.
Evacuation complete.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Evacuation complete. And he goes, "Zut, zut, zut," and he stops and he goes, oh, it goes again, like midstream.
Oh, I had to ruin it from Demolition Man to
I know.
freaking Austin Powers.
That's what happens when you're well. The guys can relate, right? When you're all night drinking,
Yeah,
and then you get up in the morning, you're trying to pee, and you go hard, and it stops, and you're like, "I'm good." No, I'm not good, and you go again for a second round
yeah,
because your prostate gets a little bit
yeah. And
swollen.
you have all this liquid in
It
your
gets
bladder.
inflamed a little bit, I
Yeah,
think, from
for
all that
sure.
alcohol. So
But going back to
that's dude
the
problems.
dark sport shoot here, like if you think about them shooting their stuff here, that dark sport team has the most Olympians on it out of any
Yeah.
sponsor company thing. You know what I mean? It's like what Francielle Matos was here.
Mhm.
She was at that time she was the wellness
Wellness.
division Olympia winner. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Raymond Edmonds was here. George Brown was here as far as men's physique goes. Logan Franklin came here. Um, just dark sport alone brought so many people, like quality competitors that still compete to this day. And like,
Yeah.
what other gym has that in Hawaii? You know what I mean? I mean, maybe they got some local competitors that are pro, but like, I mean, dark sport ain't showing up at their gym and like, you know what I mean? Like with
Mhm.
Olympians, I don't know. So
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good crowd. I
and
mean,
the Rock Train's here
they had a
for all
lot.
you Rock fans. You know,
Yeah, he did. He
yeah,
did. He has his own spot.
he's
You
at
know.
GY Fitness now.
Hey man, that's the I guess. GY. No, we're not knocking GY. We're just
Yeah.
funny.
No, I like Greg.
No,
Greg's
not
super
Greg.
cool.
He's
Always
cool.
been super nice.
But
to me.
no, The Rock. He has his own little backyard
Setup.
thing that he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did like coming here, but I just the level that guy is at. I
Yeah.
think he just wants to be private and
Mhm.
not be bothered and not
Yeah.
I mean, again, I could never even understand.
Do you think
what
it's
it
because he
feels like.
can't do his Illuminati rituals while he's training? I mean, he can.
Oh, I
I mean,
don't
he
know.
can. You know,
Is there Illuminati rituals
I
going
don't
on?
know. I don't know. I just
But
you
this
know.
Chicken
is this is the
sacrifice,
first I've
chicken
heard of
blood
it. So I
Yeah.
sacrifice. I
mean,
don't know.
Yeah.
please like school me on it. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
because I
I don't
think
know.
like the pre-workout for them, the elite, they drink the
Oh
adrenochrome,
wait,
and then they like.
so oh
Oh
wow,
no.
you're going there. I know about that. So wait, hold on. So this is a good one. We'll go off topic. So you think that all the multimillionaire slash maybe billionaire elites, they all do the same type of things? Do you think that
I
they're
think
all involved in it?
I would say most of them.
The
I
ones
would
that get
say.
up there really fast.
Yeah, the ones that get up there really fast, and you're like, how did that happen? Or like after that whole Diddy thing came out, man, like you just realize like what goes on in certain industries, and if you want to surpass a certain level of fame, what you need to do. So The Rock is first off a Polynesian man in one of the most racist industries in the country, Hollywood.
Well, he's black and Polynesian, so
Black and Polynesian. Oh man, he's already, you know what I mean? And then like on
right.
top of that, it's like he kind of like really excelled really fast. And he was at one point the highest paid actor in Hollywood. So it's like he's at the parties, man. There's no way.
Well, there was that Saturday Night Live video
Yeah,
that
that
Yes.
you
robot.
sent
Dude.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I
I
remember
didn't
a
want to
scientist.
while
break Mark's
ago.
heart,
It
but
was
like
a child
Scientist.
molester robot or
yeah,
something.
dude,
Yeah,
that
I
was
remember that one.
And
that
he
was
sent it to me, and I
yeah.
was like, "What is this, dude?"
Yeah.
And then
It's
it was
almost
weird.
so weird. Like there was a
But they
okay.
made him on that skit,
Yeah,
right?
for context, the skit was the most evil invention contest in the world. So there's all these evil scientists, right?
Yeah.
One guy's like, "I'm gonna create a laser or that freezes the world," and another guy's is like, "I'm gonna like I don't know." There's all these things, and it comes up to The Rock, and his evil invention was, "I'm gonna create a robot to help me molest children twice as fast." What? Like
Yeah, it
what
was weird.
is that?
Yeah, but he didn't
Like
write the script. But
he
he
didn't
said
write
he
the
agreed to
script,
it. But
but
He
like
agreed to
but
it,
you
yes.
did the
maybe
skit
that
on
was I don't
national
know.
TV. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that was that early on
Kind of
in his
suspect.
career. I don't know.
No, it was it
Yeah,
was it was later in the career. He was already
Uh,
super famous, but
yeah,
I feel like yeah, it was just in bad taste, especially since he makes a lot of kid-friendly movies. Yeah, it was just kind of a
yeah.
weird one.
I don't know. I
But hey,
mean,
man,
again,
yeah, teach
I
their own.
yeah, I kind of feel like there are some weirdos. He's cool though.
Yeah.
Never had any issues with him, and he's
Yeah,
always
yeah. No,
been
when
nice.
he was in
So
here, I swear, like
super cool,
he
super
kept
chill. Yeah.
maybe I'm just tripping, but I swear he kept making eye contact with me. Like, and that was when I was bigger, and I feel like he was kind of going like, "Yeah, this fucker thinks he's big. Oh, you fucking guys, like,
I don't know,
and
man.
John,
Maybe it could have been.
John's like the rocks eyeing me
the
out,
rocks eyeing
man.
me out, bro.
Wow,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, I think he wanted to come up and
Wow.
talk to me, but I was like, I don't know. I'm
You
just
thought
gonna.
you was good looking or
But
something,
yeah, I
maybe. I
know,
don't
dude.
know.
He wanted me to go to the
The
party,
Hey,
dude.
Illuminati is
party.
I
strong in this
know,
one. The
dude. I
Illuminati
know.
is strong
I
in
had
this
I had
Yeah.
one.
big delts back then,
Freaking
like.
John.
And if he had a skull tattoo right
Oh
there,
Oh,
boy.
dude.
in.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
interesting. Well, I mean, we're talking about the what is it? What did you say again? The chrome. I forget.
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had it's funny you bring it up because I literally just went. I don't know. I go on YouTube. I watch a lot of videos, and then I went down that rabbit hole again with the whole Hillary Clinton thing,
Yeah.
Frazzle drip.
Pizzagate,
For
and
sure.
then
Frazzle drip.
Frazzle drip.
I don't know about Frazzle
Now,
Drip.
Oh, you don't want to know about Frazzle
You
Drip.
don't.
now is that a real video? Has that?
We will never
Who has
know.
confirmed that they've seen it?
We will never
It was on the
know.
dark web,
Yes, all of this has been exposed on the dark web, but we will never
but
know.
nobody confirms it.
No. Like the Epstein list.
So there
like we will
wasn't
never
there
know.
10 or there was police officers that saw that video and 5 of them committed suicide.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Was that on that guy's laptop?
Yeah,
What was his
on his
name?
It was on his laptop. Yes.
Jeffrey
Anthony
Weiner.
Weiner's Anthony
Weiner, yeah.
Anthony Weiner.
And then there was a whole thing and nobody's ever, I mean, people haven't I've never seen it. People have talked about it. There's witnesses that have made videos talking about it
Yeah.
and they all say the same thing. It's the same story of what they saw,
Yeah.
which is
Man,
pretty intense.
I would
That's
love all
insane.
of that to be disclosed one day. That'd be
But
so
because
awesome.
didn't she delete 30,000 emails or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
A
for
bunch
sure.
of
You know, there's
emails.
some videos in there.
So there's some yeah. I don't know. It's not what you know, it's
But
what you
it
can
doesn't
prove,
matter.
right?
Right,
What
for
are
sure.
Training Day,
Yeah.
Denzel
even if
Washington.
we did
Yeah.
know this information, what would happen? Nothing.
Nothing. Well,
Yeah,
that's
right.
bottom line is right because that's honestly true. Everything, even if society knows nothing happens.
Yeah, it's not going to affect my day to day. You know, like as far as
Nothing
like what I
happens, and
do
they're
on a
getting it's
regular.
going more and more to the point where more things are coming out, and what is anybody going to do about it?
Right.
Yep.
What are you going to do if you try to do something as an individual? Oh, that's not going to be good for you.
Yeah. No.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
Or
sure.
even at the
Like,
same time to get caught up in these rabbit holes, like what are we gonna do? Because we still got to go to work tomorrow. We still got to make money. We still got to put food on the
yeah.
table. We still got to live. So why get so emotionally caught up
I,
in it? We
oh,
all know it's out there, whether or not it be true, if there's like disclosure on it. But
I watch them. I watch these videos, and I'm like, oh,
what's it gonna do to
interesting.
change your life to improve your situation? Like nothing really.
And in
Right.
my mind, I think 95% of it's true. To be honest,
Yeah.
most of the stuff I watch, I go, yeah, that's probably true.
For
And I
sure.
go, okay. And I'm sure there's somebody, the person who did it's probably sitting back there laughing, going, you
Yeah,
can
we
say
probably
all
did
you
it.
want, but you can't
We're
prove
protected.
shit.
And you still got to go to the gym and work your ass off because knowing this information ain't gonna get you first place.
That's right. And you're not going to get rich from it either. Sorry.
Yeah,
Right.
so
It's like I
we don't
said,
care.
training day, Denzel Washington. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
That's very
That
true.
line is so good. And it's coming from Hollywood.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies. They've said this, right?
Yeah.
Watch a lot of movies, and there's a lot of things in movies where they
Predictive programming.
give you it.
Yeah,
They're
for sure.
giving you, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
CIA
For
was
sure.
involved in a lot of movies. You know that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
CIA was
Oh, yeah.
involved
They
in
have,
productions of a lot of movies.
yeah, they have like
Of
offices in
showing,
Hollywood.
no, we don't. You guys, you're not making that movie.
Yeah. Oh, this war movie, you have to
Like,
present it like
yeah.
this,
We'll
man.
How
show
many
That's
it
not
how
like
many
cool.
this.
virus movies came out before COVID?
Oh my god, you remember that?
Ton.
Outbreak.
Remember that?
Outbreak,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
the one where I
Remember
was
that?
like, oh my
Outbreak was
god.
great.
Yeah, no,
I love
and it's
Outbreak.
crazy because when
There
I
was
went
a
to
string
Bali,
of them that came out.
when I went to Bali,
Yes.
my girlfriend got bit by a monkey, and I was just
Oh fuck.
my mind just went
You were
outbreak.
like
Oh my god.
Outbreak.
Fuck. Yeah.
So many, so many.
Yeah.
Hollywood does that, right?
Predictive
Yeah.
programming.
Predictive
Yeah, for
programming.
sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like they sprinkle it in your face just to kind of like get you used to it, and then they kind of just like,
Just
Yeah.
like this
yeah,
alien shit they're coming out with.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
there's a
yeah,
Yeah.
spacecraft that'll be here soon. And all it's like you went from saying this stuff doesn't exist to showing declassifying videos to now saying there's a ship on the way in a very alarmingly fast rate.
Well, I want to just really quick because we're going to end this soon, but I want to go through the table and see. So, the alien thing. Okay, I have thoughts on it too, but we'll go through everybody and I'll tell you mine. Do you guys think that I'll ask you three things. Do you think that there actually are aliens from outer space, or there's inner Earth or under in the ocean aliens,
The
or
abyss.
they don't exist at all?
For me, answers was it A, B? We had up to C, right?
Yeah, ABC.
A and B.
Okay.
I
Actually,
think
I'll throw in D, which is they walk among us.
and D.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
A, B, and
D.
D.
A, B, and D.
For
Okay.
sure.
Yes.
Definitely. I believe that there definitely is something else going on out there. The universe is too big. And, I've heard this really interesting kind of biblical take on it that like people are actually confusing aliens with um fallen angels, like the angels that God has
I've heard that one.
banished from heaven, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, because they
I've
were kind of
heard
like,
that.
yeah, like Lucifer and all them. But yeah, so
They
I
were
heard,
saying aliens were evil
yeah, because
or demonic.
accordingly, like in the Bible, there's a description of an angel that has many wings with eyeballs all over it that flies in all these crazy
Absolutely.
directions.
If you read the Bible,
Yeah,
the description of it looks nothing like these like
angelic.
angelic beings
Yeah,
dressed in white garb and these wings. No,
yeah,
they
none.
have multiple eyes, multiple rings, and
Yeah,
do your own research about it, you know?
yeah. So that's the main thing that people I feel like in that, like the devil is here to deceive you, so I feel like he would maybe they want us to believe they're interdimensional beings from outer space, but in reality it's just some other thing working, but I do think that they're in the earth. I don't think that they come from outer space.
Okay.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you would say B.
And the moon landing didn't
And
happen.
then
Moon
do you think
landing
that they
didn't
walk
happen.
among us?
I do think that they walk among us. I feel they
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Okay. So you say B and D, right?
Yeah.
From space, I'd say definitely yes.
Space.
Underground, most likely.
Ground and ocean.
Ocean. Oh no, I've watched The Abyss.
Dude,
I just
The
watched that movie.
Abyss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
There you
Abyss
go.
details
There you
so
go.
much.
There
Yeah,
you
but
go.
I'll even go as far as to say interdimensional.
Uh-huh.
And then I was talking about Walk Among Us. You remember I'll say yes because I watched V, the miniseries. You remember when that came out?
Yes, I
And
like
what were they? They were
be the
reptilians, right?
yes,
Yeah.
they're
Yep.
reptilians, but they
The
could
ability to
transform.
escape face,
They
yeah.
could switch. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'll
Remember,
put the interdimensional in there because a lot of people forget about that one.
yeah, because
Mhm.
even in Men in Black, remember when Will Smith had to do that like training course and
At
he
the
shot
post office?
or he shot the little girl with
The
a
quantum physics book.
quantum physics book, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, why'd you hit?" Because that book's like way too advanced for her. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then like that was really the one that you know what I mean got him the
Yeah.
job. So it's like, yeah, I feel like they walk among us, man. You know?
Mm,
Yeah,
It's more than
yeah.
your imagination. I think there are
yeah.
aliens out
How do you
there.
know I'm not one?
We all
That's
might
true.
be
You
fucking
know?
aliens. We might be
Reptilian,
hybrids. We might be hybrids
reptilian.
of
Look at
some
my
sort.
eyes.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna actually agree. I'm gonna say A, B, and D. I actually agree with all of it. I think Walking Among Us, that one was the hard one for me to kind of.
Yeah,
I was like, are they? And then, but then I was like, if I believe that they're on this earth somewhere,
yeah,
in earth or in the water, or
yeah,
then yeah, I think
for
they
sure.
probably have the ability to be among us, and
Hybrids.
Definitely.
and so
I mean,
yeah,
Men in Black, it was really a one of those soft, I feel like in your face, you know. It was
yeah,
a little exaggerated, but but like that was all about him finding aliens walking among
yeah,
us, right? The whole
right.
time. It's like, yeah,
Well, the craziest stories, and this is where, and I think it's true. After World War II, when we dropped the bomb, right, there was a lot of stories of UFOs,
yeah,
Shutting off nuclear weapons
showing
and
up.
stuff.
And I'm like, it's so interesting. And I'm thinking, well, that makes a lot of sense. If they're here on Earth
yeah. They don't want
and
us
we're
bombing
going to
them.
destroy this planet,
Yeah,
they don't want us to do that,
no
right?
ways.
So I see like that could make sense that they're interfering. They're like, what's going on with these people? Like, what are they doing here?
Yes,
They're going to destroy this planet.
Yeah.
for sure.
And how do
So
you explain crop circles and all of that
they
other
still
stuff?
haven't figured that one out.
Yeah,
They
that's
still haven't figured that
yeah
out.
because
So they're amongst us, man.
everybody thought they were like using the wood things and
Yeah,
smashing it
no,
down, but
they've
then the
proven
way
that
that
wrong.
But it happens in seconds
yeah, and
overnight.
then the way that the I guess the crops are intertwined and stuff and like twisted, and it's like
They've
it's
even
not from
went
just
as far
smashing it
as to
down.
be able to calculate dimensions and use math to make it into a language. Some of the crop circles they found, so it's
Crazy.
actually
Yeah,
communicating
there's
things.
geometric shapes in the crop
Yeah.
circles
I
and all
think
kinds of, like he was saying,
Well,
means
let's
of
go
communications in
pyramids.
it.
I mean, let's just go pyramids,
What does this
like
all have to do with bodybuilding? I don't
Antarctica,
know.
yeah,
when they found the pyramids in
Yep.
Antarctica,
yeah,
and they were miles, what, 4,000 feet high? And then they were like, oh no, like NASA was trying to say, no, that's just
a
formation from
mountain.
the snow
Yeah,
or eroding. And it was like,
No.
no, these things are massive.
You know what's so funny? All of this stuff that we're talking about,
Yeah.
if you need something to watch to, like burn your time away doing cardio, you watch all of this kind of stuff.
dude,
Oh, it's great.
for real.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
great that we all
yeah,
kind of are into it.
yeah,
So,
for sure.
you know, yeah,
Definitely
I
good
just,
cardio material, especially if you got like 30,
you
45
get sucked
minutes, an
into it.
hour. Sometimes your coach is making you do
And then as you're
conspiracy
watching this,
theories.
like the Hillary Clinton thing will pop through there somehow.
Yeah, right.
You'll be
Yeah,
like, "What's this?" Like, I
yeah,
swear that's what they do.
yeah. No,
Like,
for sure.
YouTube will send that in there somewhere. Where you're like, "What?" And you kind of go off to the side,
Yeah,
and then you're like
Side
nine
quest.
11, and then we're going.
yeah. No,
Then
for
we're doing
sure.
other stuff. Like,
Yeah,
All right, so we're putting you guys on game for some cardio material right there. All of this stuff we're talking about.
Watch The
Yeah.
Aliens.
Abyss and watch V, the miniseries.
yeah.
And watch V. Yes. What year was that?
I don't know, but it was
Wasn't that the
Fucking
80s?
yeah, it was the 80s.
80s.
The Abyss was either 89
No,
or
80
90.
was not. No, I had the
I
DVD.
think V came
Abyss-
out,
the
then
This
the
was like
Abyss.
91 or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
V
But
came out first. then
James
the Abyss.
Cameron. Okay,
Is an alien.
he's got to be because he made Terminator,
Yeah.
which now we're seeing what's going on now.
AI.
What with all this AI stuff?
Yeah.
He did Terminators, the first two Terminators. He did them. He did Abyss. Now, Titanic kind of threw everybody off for a loop because that was like his passion, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But then what's the other one that he did with the whole what's the one?
Avatar.
Avatar. There, it's you're going and you're putting on the freaking computer. You're doing the whole like another dimension type of thing. Like
Yeah.
you're escaping your reality to be
For
in this.
sure.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. That
Some
guy is
philosophy
like
type
ahead
shit.
of his time. I thought Terminator was pretty far ahead of his time because that came out in like 1982.
Yeah, and I couldn't really grasp that whole like when I was a little because I was a young kid when that came out, and when it's like the hand, and they're trying to destroy it. And I was
Yeah.
like, who gives a shit about this hand? But then now it's like I'm kind of like, oh, it kind of makes sense. This was going to be the start kickoff of the AI
Yes.
movement, and it was just going to progress from
You
there.
start thinking about the feedback loop because I came from the future and I came to the past, but because it's here,
Yeah.
The
now
feedback
future's
loop.
created.
Yeah, that whole thing was weird.
Yeah.
Right. Like, how do they have
So
that
is
from the
time really a
future? Yeah.
thing, or is time linear? Oh, another rabbit
I know.
hole.
Yeah, right.
Or like dimensions, right? As
Yeah.
there are like multiple dimensions that we're in, right? We're living different
Oh
dimensions.
boy.
I
Time
mean,
is a
this is
crutch.
this is like a 3-hour topic. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Absolutely good cardio
yeah,
material for you guys.
yeah, and maybe next time we can talk more about that. If you don't win your show in this dimension, hopefully you can get to another dimension and you
After
can win that
spending
overall.
$4,000.
Yes.
You know,
After
Not
spending
just saying,
yeah,
$4,000.
you might like the judges in the other dimension better than this dimension. So
get
you
out
know,
of this dimension, go to another
travel,
one,
yeah, travel
and you might win
dimensions.
that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a show going on right now in another dimension.
Oh,
Okay.
imagine being an interdimensional pro. That'd be
Right.
crazy. Yeah. Holy moly.
Man, it's
Oh my
crazy.
God. Good talk.
Anyway, well, thank you guys for joining us, and we're gonna have more of those topics because I think, hey, we're all into
Oh,
this,
yeah.
so
We
we'll
love it.
talk more about that stuff.
Jeffrey Epstein
So,
didn't kill himself.
oh my God, see, we're gonna keep going. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Take care and aloha.